What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video on the Mr. Investor YouTube channel, where we talk all things crypto, mainly VeChain. But let's just dive right into here. Looking at CoinGecko, the global market cap is sitting at 1.4 trillion with a 24-hour volume of 85.4 billion. Bitcoin dominance is sitting at 43.8%, and Ethereum dominance at 17.1%, with the gas fees at 9 GWI, which is super low, super low. Bitcoin is under 34,000. Ethereum is just over 2,000. Chainlink's at $18.14, and our VeChain is under 8 cents, sitting at 7.6 cents. So we're still just crabbing along, trading sideways for the last month and a half, 2 months or so now. So if you have the opportunity to accumulate and start stacking to your bags, I would do so. Not financial advice, but that's just my opinion. Looking at the crypto fear and greed index here, we're sitting at extreme fear in 20. Same thing as yesterday, extreme fear last week, last month. Nothing has changed. We're still crabbing along, trading sideways. Market sentiment has not changed at all. Looking at VeChain stats here, the VTHO burn for yesterday was at 38,000. VTHO burn for today is at 34,000. And our clauses, we just missed the six-figure mark yesterday. I'm confident we'll break that today, but nonetheless, we were pretty close to hitting it. We had one slow day on July 7th with 73,000 clauses, but other than that, the mainnet has been on a roll. So hopefully we can still continue to see those six-figure days as the days move on. Looking at the X nodes here, X nodes are a little bit pricier. There was a Majolner up here in auction the other day, but they got rid of that. The Thunder X nodes are sitting at 39,000 value. Strength X has jumped up in price as well. Now over $24,000. 24,000 VeChain is the asking price, and the VThor X pretty much hasn't changed. They've been pretty expensive the entire time. In the last X node events, we haven't had anything destroyed in the last 5 days, which is probably a record considering we were burning like 10 to 20 a day or 10 to 20 a week. So the fact that we haven't seen anything destroyed in the last 5 days is pretty interesting. And then you can also check to see where transfers are going. So these Thunder X, the Strength X's, these have been on the move. Might be the same wallet, don't really know, but this is a cool little thing I'd like to check on just to see what the whales are doing. But let's jump into the news here. So this is from the VeChain Foundation Twitter handle. Says that the Food Safety Summit of CAFA or CAFA has been a fruitful journey. Here's a quick recap video of this high-end event. Food and beverage sector is always VeChain's area and a perfect venue for us to shine. So here's the video. So it's just a kind of a cool little video to get a little insight on what the Food Safety Summit looks like, a little snippet of their presentation and their table setup. So I thought it was pretty interesting. Moving on, this is from April Strawberry's Twitter handle, and this is the San Marino implementation of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, Voluntary National Review for the year 2021. And if we look here, ongoing initiatives, VeChain is listed here along with DNVGL. Says that a strategic tool in the field of energy saving could be the so-called low carbon ecosystem, which was jointly developed by the companies DNVGL and VeChain and approved by the Republic of San Marino. This tool uses a public and authorized blockchain platform to involve citizens in the goal of becoming the first carbon neutral state. The low carbon ecosystem promotes responsible behaviors among citizens and tourists, thanks to an incentive mechanism based on carbon credit tokens that can be spent with commercial partners. So they're listed in the San Marino Sustainable Development Goals for the 2030 agenda. So I think that's pretty big, even though if it's a small country like San Marino, that's still big regardless. Next thing that I thought was pretty interesting here, this is, remember, DNV is a strategic partner of VeChain, and they just launched a smart center in Qingdao. The title says DNV debuted its new smart center for Greater China region at North Chinese port city of Qingdao to support digitalization and decarbonization of maritime. At the Smart Center opening ceremony, DNV and Shandong Shipping signed cooperation agreement for jointly developed digitalization and decarbonization transformation. The quote here is that the world's developing center is moving to East Asia, especially China, is playing a more crucial role in global shipping and trading market. China is one of the most important strategic development regions of DNV, and we believe the newly established Smart Center could further support China maritime industry to achieve digitalization and decarbonization transformation. And then Lu Xiaofeng, director of Smart Center, said, establishing a Smart Center in China could attract and train more talents locally and better meet the demands of Chinese clients. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on Qingdao now, as well as what was this company? What was the company again? Shandong Shipping. So we're going to keep an eye on those two things going on. So I think this could be the start of something pretty big over there. And then I'm just gonna go through some rapid fire of these tweets from DNV Assurance. This is Renato Grottolo's presentation at the WAIC 2021 conference in China. And so this one says Renato Grottola, Global Director in DNV, is live at the WAIC 2021 to discuss distributed ledger technologies and the rise of blockchain powered circular economy ecosystems. Now, just keep in mind, DNV is strategic partner of Vechain. They work hand in hand, and whatever DNV, their companies, their partners are going to switch to blockchain, or if they choose to, they have to recommend VeChain to them because that is an exclusive partner with DNV, and that's confirmed out there. So this WAIC conference has a lot of important people, a lot of high up people, government officials, CEOs, you name it. So this is major exposure. I'm expecting some kind of announcement from this conference. I know in my past videos I said don't expect anything, but I'm going to expect announcement being made from something that happens at the end of this conference, but we'll see. They were spoke today live July 10th. So again, we'll see what happens, but that's just what I believe is going to happen. They go on to say that digitalization is enabling new business models built on a new paradigm of trust, a collaborative effort powered by an unprecedented amount of data collected by IoT devices that will significantly reduce the cost of transactions between stakeholders and players. Blockchain is the ideal trust generator, providing the necessary authenticity of data and digital identities, preventing data breaches and allowing information sharing among participants across ecosystems with the necessary transparency and security. Global climate change and uncontrolled resource consumption are forcing the transition from linear business models to circular ecosystems. Digitization, and specifically blockchain, will play a pivotal role in facilitating this new paradigm of interactions. Thanks to blockchain technology, traceability and track and trace processes with complex logistics systems can be now integrated with reverse track and trace models, following the reverse flow of materials throughout supply chains. Through blockchain, we are able to transform a product into a unique entity, turning it into a digital asset that contains relevant data, such as the title of ownership of a given physical item or a specific set of information related to that asset. Tokenization will enable new forms of value stored into unique digital assets to be linked to specific products and services and easily exchanged among a number of participants who are part of a common ecosystem. Together with our historical partner VeChain, we're building solutions that stand right at the intersection between sustainability and digitalization, consolidating our knowledge into scalable and cost effective business as a service applications for enterprise world. That's blockchain as a service, my bad. We offer a variety of digital solutions from traditional traceability systems to give consumers more transparency and authenticity about products to more sophisticated tag and trace models to manage assurance elements related to the supply of critical components. With ReCP, the ReC project, we're implementing reverse track and trace for a community driven solution that aims at removing plastic from oceans and rivers, ensuring identification of critical control points, preserving data integrity, and providing factual evidence of the activity. With our ecosystem models, we'll be able to create an aligned structure of partners to pursue common goals, such as the reduction of externalities, circularity, or sharing economy business models combining technologies like NFTs, smart contracts, and tokenization. So this is pretty cool stuff here because it's coming from Renato Gratola of DNVGL, and they're saying all this at that conference in China. Like I said, there's a lot of big people that are involved there. It's huge exposure, and DNV is a really well-known company. They have a strong reputation for what they do in the world. So I think that we're going to see some kind of announcement at some point from this, but we'll see. Nonetheless, it's good exposure. And then last but not least here, this is an upcoming webinar, DNV and seafood sources, coming up on July 28th. And it's talking about responsible fisheries management and MSC certifications when North American fisheries need to know. So anything DMV is getting their hands into, we want to pay attention. Exclusive partner with Vechain. If they're going to be doing tag and trace, tracking of any kind, you got to assume that's going to be with Vechain. So this is another thing I'm going to keep an eye on, and I'll just keep you guys updated of what I find. That's pretty much it for this video. If you guys like this video, hit the thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at the Mr. Investor. And until next time, we'll see you then.